Okay, wonderful. We're going to do some fascia maneuvers. I'm going to start with uh, one that's really important. Well, they're all really important and really good for lots of different things, but this one I've been using a lot because it's really helpful for the digestive system, opening up the small and large intestine, which can be an issue for some people. It's a place that can get sticky from constant sitting. And it's amazing at releasing. It's called the psoas, and so we feel like we are releasing through the psoas muscle, but because the fascia wraps through that muscle and also through the intestines and the core, we're working with the whole of that area. It's also a place where we can hold a lot of emotions, so we can also release our fear, guilt, and shame from this area and open up the energy of the hip and the lower back as well. So it's a really simple and easy and really nice to do. But obviously, when you first start to work, it can be tight and then can be a space of a lot of adhesions. It's really good if you have digestive issues. Constipation, gas, bloating, IBS, any bowel dysfunction, because you're really starting to open up those areas and get the energy back and flow and yeah, just kind of really helping that area to open up again. And you might notice that you have a bowel movement afterwards. It's really good to do before or after a meal if you're someone who gets a lot of bloating. So it's really good. So how do we do it? So first of all, I always like to beginning a session to kind of connect to my fascia. I'm working with my fascia. I'm going to be gentle and playful. I'm going to just going to allow the body to open as it feels comfortable, as it feels in alignment, as feels right. So to begin with, you want to we're going to work on the right hand side and getting into that ileocecal valve and opening that up. You place your thumb in your navel and the other thumb on the right hip. And where they meet, the fingers meet, that's the perfect spot. So you want to dig in and pull up. So that's how we'll start. So start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as you push in and pull up the fascia. So I'm going to go on the inside so I can really connect to the skin. We're going to pull in and pull up. And you might feel like the skin is ripping here. You might feel a burning sensation. That's exactly right. Okay, so breathing into the nose, out to the mouth. Disconnecting. And then you want to step back with the right leg and leaning back and opening the front of the body, tipping the head back and leaning forward and leaning into it. Let's breathe through the mouth now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can come out from that, and when you're a beginner, that's probably enough. But when you've been doing it for a while, you can actually start to move in rotation. Still breathing. Opening it up even more. Coming out, shaking your hands off. The hands are going to be doing a lot of work today. I might put that across the back so you can see me. I'm disappearing a little bit. Okay, so let's walk around a little bit. You might I kind of feel a cooling sensation in the area that I've worked now. Before it was different, but now I feel this cool sensation that moves through the fascia. Going to get the other side. So the thumb in the navel and the left-hand side, the left thumb on the left hip. Where the hands meet is that perfect spot. So I'm going to do that closer to the skin. You're going to pull into the skin, breathing in through the nose. And you're pulling up on the pelvic floor and you're pulling the navel in, out through the mouth. Digging in and pulling up. making a connection to this part of the body and to the fascia. And so you can see me, we're going to step back with that left leg, going to lean into the front knee, leaning back to the body, head back, breathing through the mouth now. 3 more breaths. You can rotate a little bit, head one way, hips the other. Nice and slow. And coming up and out. Shake your hands off, move about. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that cold sensation moving through that side of the body now. Okay. So another one that's really good for digestive system and also helping to open up this front body is the belly button talk. A lot of the time, the way we're processing and digesting and sitting, the body is starting to wind up and pull in on itself. And so we're going to be unwinding that and opening that area up. So it's great for digestive processes again. It's also where we hold a lot of emotion and our connection to our mother and our father. And so there's a lot of emotional energy trapped here, a lot of energetics, a lot of energy moving from the center point out. And so we're going to be opening that up and giving a lot of energy to this area. It's also going to affect all of the lower body as it opens up from all of its connections. Now, it's a difficult one to do. It's one that can feel awkward in the body. You might feel a lot of pressure pushing back. You might also be aware of the pulse of the blood vessel that's running through there. That's totally normal. And you may have some emotions coming up. This might bring up an emotional response. So just to be aware of that. You're going to take the fingers of the hand and you want to get the finger pads, not the nails. If you've got sharp nails, you want to cover up with a glove or something. And you're going to be going into the belly button and you're going to push in and turn the fingers up. So the thumb is up. If you can see that. So you're pushing in and then you're turning up. Now this is quite hard to do. And when standing, it's quite difficult. And often when I'm standing, I will put my hand across the top to press in. So I really, because when you're turning, you want to maintain that twist. So you're really torquing the fascia here. But I also like to do it lying down, because it's more beneficial to do this for a longer period of time, to do this for something like 3 minutes. So if I'm lying down, my body can completely relax, because when you're standing up, you'll feel this tension in your shoulders and your back. So let's try and be really relaxed. And so you're digging in. You can use the other hand to help you keep that pressure in, and turning, twisting and torquing until the thumb is up, facing up towards your head. Start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then through the mouth and out through the mouth. You may notice a lot of strange sensations. Just let things arise, all sensations, feelings, emotions, thoughts. Just allow them to be there without judgment, keeping the pressure. Maybe let the breath deepen, elongate, relax into it. If you feel like you're losing the grip or your pressure, you can just readjust and start again. Just notice if your shoulders are getting tense and relax them. And it's really beneficial to hold this for about 3 minutes. So we're going to come out now and move around. Start to walk around and let that integrate a little bit. Whew, you can feel a little lightheaded. Energy is really starting to move through the body, unwinding places that were really blocked, bringing a lot of new, fresh energy. And we're also starting to open up the front line of the body. So another important place that we're going to use the same talking method is the solar plexus, the xiphoid process. And this is just here below the ribs. And you can press in there and you can feel that that's quite a tender spot. It's quite also meets a lot of resistance. And doing this is really going to help the center bones, the tailbone and the nose, and the xiphoid process. This is the center bones, and this is going to really help align those. It also has some emotions attached to it that you might feel releases with this. So again, getting into your neutral position. For all of these positions, you're also going to be engaging with the spinal pelvic lock. So pelvic floor up, spine in, and you're again using your fingers like a little shovel, pushing into the area and twisting until the thumb is up. So you got this twist, pulling in and up, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Making sure the shoulders are down. And you want to make the chest is pushing out so you're not caving in. So being upright, chest out, shoulders down, head moving, the top of the head moving up into the sky. And you might move, twisting slowly from one side to the other. You might even want to push in a little bit and pull it open. Letting that go, shake the hands off. They're doing a lot of work with these. Start to move about. I can still feel the release happening from the belly and now up to the front of the body. Just tune in, see what you can notice. And we're going to do another talk, the bladder talk. Again, this is opening up this front body that tends to kind of get wound in. This is really good at helping the bladder. It's also good for releasing in the lower back and helping to release the emotions of fear that we're holding in the body. Again, another talking movement. So get into a neutral position, feet facing forward, hip width apart, and you're pulling up on the pelvic floor and pulling the navel in, shoulders up, back and down, and chin tucked and head moving up. I have to come back a little bit. And same hand position going in, connecting to the bladder. And this is also going to feel, once you pull up, that you're going to feel a kind of a tearing of the flesh and a burning sensation. So let's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth as we connect to the area on the pelvic, the pubic bone, and dig in and pull up. twist the thumb up. I use another hand to pull in there. Now start breathing through the mouth and out through the mouth. Make sure the chest is out, the shoulders are down. You can squeeze the glutes, move forward a little, push into the hands, gently moving from side to side. Starting to open up the adhesions in the fascia. Letting go of the fear, no longer need to hold the fear. And shaking your hands off and coming out. A lot of these are so great for all of those trapped emotions, suppressed emotions. You're going to feel a lot lighter. You're going to start to feel some openness in the lower body, the lower back, the hips. And now actually we're going to start to work directly with the hips. This is going to help open up the hips, the pelvis. It's going to help with any imbalances. There's a lot of imbalances happen from sitting and the way that we move. I know that my right hip really needs a little bit of a balance. It's out of balance with the left, and it has still a lot of adhesions that are opening up. And this is a really helpful one for leveling up the pelvis and the hips. So you want to lie down for this one. Get nice and comfortable with your knees up. Let your body settle. Take a moment to relax. Start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Engage the pelvic floor and the navel to the spine. And then you're going to take your right leg and you're going to put it over the left. So not just at the bottom, you're going to put it right over. And you're going to bring the knees up. You're going to grab, you can either grab at the knees, the shins, or the ankles, and you want to grab the flesh and pull it outwards, rotating it outwards, keeping the knees together, and you're going to bring your head up, keeping the pelvic floor engaged, the navel to spine. And we're going to start breathing through the mouth as we move through some movements with the hips. So bringing that up, breathing. Keeping the rotation in the legs. And you're going to move your head one way and lean the hips the other. 3 more breaths. Coming back to center. If everything feels very tight and you can't move the hips, just move the head. So now move the head in the opposite direction. If you can, you move the hips a little. And back to center. Gently coming out. Just take a moment here. Let everything settle. This can open up a lot of energy in the hips. You might feel that you're getting warmer, feel a rush of energy. And let's just get up and have a little movement around. Feel into that hip. Feel, oh yes, I can feel I'm having to readjust the movement pattern as I'm walking with the right hip. It's feeling so much looser. Okay. Okay, so let's do that on the other side. Again, Getting nice and comfortable to begin with. Start by breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're engaging the pelvic floor and the navel to the spine, bringing the left leg over now, over the knee, and bringing the knees up to the chest. You're going to grab wherever is comfortable and available to you. You're going to get a good piece of the flesh, of the skin, and you're going to pull it, rotate it outwards, and you're going to be holding that for the whole movement. And we're going to start by breathing through the mouth now, in and out through the mouth. So you can either just move the head, or you can also lean a little into a movement of the hips. 3 more breaths. Back to center. Over to the other side. Back to the center. Just notice how the body is opening, what it's allowing, being gentle, giving yourself a moment here. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. A lot of energy moving. And let's just see what that feels like as we walk around and integrate that. Okay, yes. Hips opening. Feeling a definite shift in the pelvis. We're going to continue with the legs, because these all work together to really open up the different areas of the legs. And working with the knees. Hope you can see my knees. I'm going to do the knee talk. Now, this is also quite a difficult one because it's hard to keep the rotation, especially if you've got smaller hands and not strong hands. So certainly start to get my hands strong. So again, engage the pelvic floor, sit up nice and straight and navel to spine. Just start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, getting hold of the knees with your hands, and you're going to rotate your hands inwards. So they're coming inwards and the shoulder and the elbows are going out. And this is the rotation. This is great for the knees. Start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You're just letting the fascia start to warm up with that connection. Keep the rotation. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Give them a little movement. Shoulders and back relaxing down. You may notice that this starts to also move down into the feet and the ankles, the toes, and also moves up through the legs into that lower back. And it moves up through the spine and all the way to the top of the head. This rotation is really opening. And if you lose the grip, you can just regain it and talk back into it. But this is one that's really good to also do for 3 minutes. So 1 minute to 3 minutes is what you're aiming to reach. Another way that I like to do it is to take the individual knee, one below, one above, and getting that internal rotation again and holding that. Start to breathe through the mouth now. Let's give a bit of time in rotation. The fascia at the knee is opening, getting warmer, and opening up the different spirals up through the body. Actually feeling this in the right hip as well, because we've just worked there. And let's go to the other side. So right hand at the bottom, left hand on top, and moving in that internal rotation, in, up, and out. Great release in the knees. This is going to help with any knee pain. You're going to feel that moving up into the hips and the back as well. Just check that you're not holding too much in the shoulders, the back. You can rotate more, look away. You can play with what feels good. Okay, and then coming out, walking around, letting that integrate. Move about a little bit. See what you can notice about your knees, your legs, the rest of the body. So we're going to work with the legs a little more, a little deeper. This is a great section of movements up through the legs that are really going to help open. And we're going to work on one side and then walk around and then work on the other side. So you can really see the difference in the opening. So we spend a lot of time in shoes and sitting, and that really makes a lot of adhesions and stiffness in the ankles. I know for me, I certainly have been working on releasing the tightness in the ankle to get more flexibility and mobility. And this is going to be working with the shin first, which is also going to help the top of the foot, as well as the shin and the ankle area. So you're going to get your hands clasped, and you're going to put them just above the ankle. You can put them up on the shin. You can play around with the area that feels the best. So you're sitting, you're relaxing, you're engaging the pelvic floor and just holding the skin here quite tightly, and you're pulling up. And the navel to the spine, make sure the shoulders are up, back, and down, and relax so you're not holding any tension. Start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Letting the fascia get warmed up. Start to breathe in and out through the mouth now while flexing and pointing nice and slowly the foot. Move the foot in rotation, nice big circles, nice and slow, one way and then the other. Notice and hold in any points of tension for you. This feels very good. Push the heel through. Relax the shoulders. Let that go. Shake it off. Shake the foot. Okay, now with the same foot, we're going to continue up. We're going to work with the calf. So getting at the calf, that clasped, you want to clasp really nice and strongly, and you're going to be pulling the fascia up. So let's just start by breathing into the nose, out to the mouth as we pull that. Push the heel forward, straighten the leg and lean back a little bit. Relax the shoulders down. Engage the pelvic spinal lock. Now breathing through the mouth, in and out. Point and flex the foot. Moving nice and slow. Start to move in circles, rotating one way and then the other. Nice and slow. Stopping and moving, holding in any lines of tension. That feels good. That feels really good. Okay, and letting that go. Shaking your hands off. Shaking your legs. You might notice now it's starting to really warm up there. You're getting a lot of blood flow to that area. Fascia's starting to open, to soften, to release some of that tightness. Another area that can get really tight is the hamstrings and behind the knee. And this is also going to help the knee pain opening up there. We're going to use the same hand hold, and we're going to this time pull up behind the skin behind the knee and pull it up. You want to lean back and have the arms nice and straight and push the heel through, and let's breathe through the nose and out through the mouth to begin. And as you do, just make sure the shoulders are soft. There's no tension in the back. You're leaning back nice and gently. When you're engaging that spinal pelvic lock. Start to breathe through the mouth now. And slowly move the leg around. Notice if you feel any tightness, any tension, any lines of tension moving up through the leg, into the thigh. You can twist the leg around. See what feels good. Where you notice any tightness, breathe into those areas. And then come out, shake off your hands. Let's walk about. Wow. Just notice the difference. Your leg might feel quite strange. It's loosened up. Feels different as you step down onto the foot. Okay, so just take some note of how your hip, your knee, your ankle, your foot is feeling as you move about on that side. It just feels so open and so loose now, and the other side feels so tight. So I think it's time to balance up the other side. Okay, so again, we're going to start with the shin. Getting your hands into that nice lock position, that clasp, and see where you want to position it. I feel like I want to be a little bit closer to the ankle. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. Start by breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, just holding. Connecting to the fascia here. Engaging the pelvic floor, the navel to the spine. You're going to start to breathe in and out through the mouth, flexing and pointing the foot nice and slow. Pulling up on the fascia, moving in rotation, circling one way and then the other. As you do, feel into any of those lines of tension. Breathe through them. You can hold through any of the spaces that feel good, that you feel more tension in. And then let that go. Shake your hands off for a moment. You can feel a lot of blood rushing, lots of heat, and lots of energy moving into the ankle, top of the foot. And now we're going to continue on with the calf. So same hand position. This time we're pulling up on the calf, pulling the fascia of the calf. Legs straight out in front. You want to make sure the shoulders are also relaxed, comfortable. There's no strain in the back. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Engage that spinal pelvic lock. And you're pulling on the fascia. Start to breathe through the mouth now, in and out. As you point and flex the foot. You're releasing any adhesion here at the Achilles heel. And you can move in those big wide circles, rotating one way and then the other. Stopping, holding and breathing into any lines of tension. You're opening up these adhesions. Slowly moving with the fascia. Okay. Release that for a moment. Shake out the hands. They're doing a lot of work. Okay, now we're going to move up behind the knee. Again, with the same clasping of the hands, pulling the fascia behind the knee and pulling it up. You're pulling, connecting to the fascia behind the knee now. The leg is straight out in front and you're going to be leaning back a little bit more than before. So make sure that the shoulders are relaxed, the back is comfortable, you're not straining. Breathing into the nose, out to the mouth. Connecting that spinal pelvic lock. Feeling the connection to the fascia here. Gently pulling. Start to breathe through the mouth now. Push the heel out. Feel the line of tension up that leg. And start to move the leg around as you breathe. A little higher, a little lower, left and right, nice and slow. And notice any lines of tension. You can hold, breathe into them. Bring more adhesions around the knee. Okay. Shake off the hands, stand up, give yourself a moment. Start to walk around and see how the feet want to meet the floor. How is the ankle, the knee, the hip? Both feel quite loose now. Okay, so we're going to go a little deeper on the legs. We're going to go into the ankles. Is there a place that can hold a lot of tightness, stickiness with the fascia? So sitting up nice and straight, spinal pelvic lock, Shoulders up, down, and back. No tension. Bring the right leg over your knee and take the left hand around the wrist and the right hand around the wrist. And you're going to be feeling in and pulling into what feels a good twist. So you're counter rotating. A Chinese berm used to call this at school. You're grabbing the top of the ankle and pulling the hands in the opposite direction, twisting here on the fascia. So start to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth for 3 breaths. Feeling the twist. Make sure your shoulders are not tense. Now start to breathe in and out through the mouth as you move the foot. So gently flexing and pointing, keeping that rotation on the skin. Start to move the foot around. Breathe into any areas of tension. And then release, shake your hands out. Wow, move the ankle around. There's a lot of heat and redness now, and lots of energy. Flow comes back into my ankle. So I'm moving it around, twist the ankle around. Again, see what it's like putting the foot down on the floor, moving about. Feel the difference between the right side and the left. Okay, that feels good. I really am aiming to open up the tightness in these ankles so I'm able to squat more. Okay, so we're going to go to the other side, sit up nice and straight. Bring the left leg up over your knee. And again, you're going in and twisting your hands just at the ankles in opposite directions. So feel into what feels like a good twist. That feels like you're moving into tension. This feels good for me. So start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. To just connect here to the fascia on the ankle. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Release any tension in the arms. Engage the spinal pelvic lock. Keep the rotation and start to breathe in and out through the mouth and gently, slowly moving the foot about. Point and flex. Circle. Keep the rotation. Keep the twist. Move into any lines of tension and breathe deeply. And then come out, shake your hands off, shake your ankle. Woo. Just feel that rush of energy, of blood, of life force moving down into the ankle now. Start to move about. Notice how the foot connects to the floor, the ankle moves. It's a lot more looseness. And walk around and let the legs calibrate a little bit. Let the body integrate all of these changes. Maintain the spinal pelvic lock. Just notice your arms swing a little more. Just allow all that alignment to take place. Legs feeling really good right now. And when we work in one area, we also affect the other zones. And we're moving a lot of pressure. And we've been working a lot in the legs. So let's now work up in the head. I'm going to move this out of the way now. Come back a little bit so you can see me. And I'm going to do antler twist. And this is really great for opening up the head, relieving a lot of pressure and tenseness in the head, which can help us with our mental clarity. This can also help bring a lot of energy to the eyes, help the eye strain, help with the eyesight. It's going to help with more symmetry in the face and in the head. It just feels really great. So let's do it. We're going to get the palm of the hand and we're going to be placing it to the temples. And we take the right hand, and the right hand is going backwards. So behind me, and place the palm to the temple. The left hand, it's going forward. And again, getting that nice firm part of the palm on to the temple. As you can see, one's going one way, one's going the other. And then you're going to press in nice and tight, harder than you would believe. And then twist up till both hands are facing upwards. And then for even more, you're going to hold the top of the head. You're pulling up and twisting. And you can start to breathe into the nose, out through the mouth, and gently move about. One side and the other. To move up, looking up, looking down. I also like to squat down, look behind. Move about. Use your imagination, have fun with it. This is play as well. You're opening up all the different lines of tension throughout the body. Then come out, shake your hands off. Ooh, and just notice how you feel. Kind of getting that cooling sensation up through the head, everything opening, clearing. Really great to do. Now, the fascia doesn't move in a symmetry as it goes up to the body. It's moving and wrapping and twining. And it can, through time, age, start to become denser, drier. It's contracting more, and it's pulling the bones in the face out of alignment. So one eye might be higher, one cheek might be forward. There's an asymmetry that starts to happen. I know for myself that's true. And so we move. This is the only maneuver that we do that is basically on the one side to help with that. I really like this one as well. It feels really good to do. It's called Peekaboo, and was very helpful of relieving a lot of pressure that I was getting in my shoulders. This is where I hold a lot of tension. So this is a really nice one to do because it starts to open things up as they move up through the head. So you want to get the right hand over to the left part of the neck and the trap. You want to get a really good grip here, and you're going to be pulling that to the right side. Now I have to put my ear behind because you want to now lean your head into that right arm. So you've still got the grip, you're still pulling, and now you're also leaning the temple, the ear in to the right arm. So you've got this pinned, locked area. Then you want to take the left hand, the palm of the hand, and you're going to be going just below the eye on the cheek, and you're not going up and you're not going out. You're going kind of diagonally this way. So you're connecting, moving the fascia there. Going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Squat down. Maintain the lock. And then you're going to go to the left, dip down and look behind you. Keep breathing. Keep the lock in place. And then coming back up and out and just noticing, ooh, the shifts really opens up that side. It really starts to level, pull back on the way that the fascia has been wrapping. Can feel it really opens up that side of my eyes, of my face. We're also going to work with the sinus. This can get really closed off, and we really want to be able to breathe. We want to open up the lungs, and this affects all of our body. So, and it's quite often trapped and pulled in, and there's a lot of processes through here that we want to open and get some energy running through. So we take the left hand and we go to the right side of the nose, to the line of the nose. So just in there. And you're just pinning that area. And then you're going to the cheek with the palm and you are pulling that away and holding that and moving around. And you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you're moving through nice and slowly, left and right, squatting down. Head up, chin down. Letting go. Ooh. Take some nice deep breaths and start to notice how that feels on that side of the face, on the ribs, on the lungs on the right. Okay, let's do the other side. So taking the right hand and going to the left side of the nose, pinning the nostrils, the line on that side. And then also taking the left hand, getting hold of the fascia under the eye at the cheek, and you're moving it to the side. And you can even give it a twist up. Breathing in and out through the nose, in through the nose, sorry, out through the mouth. Looking up, to the left, to the right. Coming into the squat. Coming out. So just feel how that is opening up the whole of the center of the face, the head, the lungs. Breathing more easy. Okay, and we're going to continue with the face and the head, and we're going to be going into getting cheeky, which is about connecting to the jaw and opening a lot of the adhesions in the masseter muscle. So this is the masseter muscle that runs on the side of the face, on the jaw here on both sides, and gets very tight from chewing. And it's really a great release because this is also going to be connected to the hips and to the ribs, releasing a lot of adhesion, bringing in more mobility, because the jaw is connected to the hips and the hips is connected to the jaw also. So again, we're going to be doing the right facing back and the left facing forward, but now we're going to be using the tips of the fingers, the finger pads, and you're going to go and connect into that side onto the meaty part here of the masseter muscle. You can kind of pucker your lips up for a bit and feel, or open your mouth and feel that you're on it. And then, so the right hand going back, the left hand going forward, and you're pressing into the muscle. Feel that press. And then you're twisting until both hands are facing forward. And breathing into the nose, out to the mouth, and moving around. You can look up. You can open your mouth nice and slow. Look down, open your mouth. To the right. To the left. You can come down into a squat. Okay, shake that off. Open your mouth 3 times. Feel like my jaw is definitely releasing. I can open my mouth wider. It's great. Okay, so we're going to do a double ear pull. This is also really great because we have a lot of adhesions in the head, especially around the ears. And there's a lot of processes around the ears. There's meridians that move up around there. That would be really important to make sure that they're still receiving energy and blood flow. There's lymph. There's so much going on. And the ears can be really stuck. And that builds up a lot of pressure in this area. So we're going to do the double ear pull. So getting comfortable, how you're standing, and you're going to grab the whole of the ears, behind the ears and the whole of the ear rim. So you're getting your hands like that, and you're grabbing the whole of the ear rim, getting a really good tight grip. And you're going to pull the ears upwards. You're pulling the ears up and you're breathing in and out to the mouth. Through the nose, out through the mouth. Looking up. Looking down, chin to chest. And this might be painful in some of the positions. The pain is where the fascia is stuck. Looking left. Looking right. And now you're going to continue with the ears. At this time, you're going to pull them down, looking up. Continuing to breathe first through the nose and out through the mouth. You can pull the ears out as well. You can twist them. Start to move around and notice what you're feeling on the ears, which way is more painful. Breathing through the mouth. And then letting that go. Ooh. This is also going to release a lot through the jaw again, because there's a lot of energy and flow from the ears through the jaw, a lot of networks that really could use that. And your ears are going to feel very warm or hot or cold sensation. You're going to feel the energy really moving through those areas. Feels great. Another one that's really important that I love to do as well is the vagus reset. And this is affecting the vagus nerve, which also runs through this jaw, ears, jaw, throat, down to the center of the body. And it's, responding and affecting our nervous system, our digestive system. So it's really important that we have it balanced. And we often, when we're stressed or tense, hold our shoulders up, hold a lot of tension in the trapezius. And this is where that nerve runs through. And so we really want to release that, make some space in this area so that it can really get the energy, blood flow, nutrients that it needs. So I'm going to come a bit closer. so that you can see me, and taking the right hand and going onto the trapezius on the left, and you're going to dig in and push away. So mine are always quite tight, and you're going to hold that. And then you're going to get hold of the other hand, the left hand. You're going to be looking away over the right shoulder while pushing the jaw up underneath the fascia on the cheek up, and making space between the two hands. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You might feel the trapezius moving under your fingers. You can even squat down. Shake off the hands. And that feels great. Really feel an opening here. Love to do that one. Okay, so going to do it on the other side, right? Left hand onto the right trapezius. Going to push in. And you can twist it or you can just push it away. I like to push it away to kind of open into it. Then you're going to take the right hand onto the right jaw, and you're going to look over the left shoulder, and you're going to push away. And you can grab the fascia and push it up, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Making some space between the two hands. They're pushing away in the opposite direction from each other. So that feels really good. On that side, it's starting to open up as well. Really nice. I don't know about you, but I'm really sweating now. I'm really hot. I can feel a lot of energy and flow and movement. So let's just finish by connecting in and thanking the body, thanking the fascia for allowing all of these openings, more movement, release of any heaviness, emotions in the most gentle way. Wonderful, feeling really good.